Hey everybody, today we're checking out a mall called Enfield Square in Enfield, Connecticut, and it is a dead mall. There's not much open here. The only reason it's pretty much still alive is because there's a Target attached to it. I saw pictures of it years back and I've been wanting to come here for some time, so I'm very excited to do this one. So come with me. So I missed it with my camera, but I just saw a mouse run across the floor. Gross. Okay, so the thing that stands out the most to me about this mall is this cool slanted ceiling with sort of the geometric design on it. That's very unique and very cool. So we have this distinctive tile through the mall, and it's very dirty, very broken, and I have to say, it reminds me a lot of the bathroom tile in my elementary school when I was a kid. We have an old Payless shoes with the old style logo. That's pretty neat. And sadly, the Auntie Anne's couldn't survive here. Let's take a peek behind the curtain. So I'm trying to ID this old store, and I'm drawing a blank. If somebody knows, please tell me. I'm trying really hard to think what this was, but I can't remember. Can we see anything in here? Looks like they had a kids' play place in here at some point. So right here they have a church, and this is something you see happen in a lot of dead malls, just like churches will set up in one of the spaces. It looks like this space is also used by the church, which is an old PacSun. Come have church at the mall. So this store looks like it has, maybe has a game store in it? I don't know if they're permanently closed or just closed for business, but they got some old video games here in the window. We got an old Atari. A Pong, and we have a Power Glove. It's so bad. You knew I was going to say that. Let's see, can we see in here? Oh yeah, look at that. They got Pokemon balloons. And so this old Hot Topic is full of happy playing children. Not what you'd expect at Hot Topic. Bath and Body Works still open. Good for you guys. So right here in front of this closed anchor, we have like some seats, a little stage. We have all these kiosks, which are still here, even though there's nothing in them. I know a lot of malls, they put their kiosks in storage if they're not being used. With a stage here, I don't know what they would be using that for. And right over here, it looks like they have handbags selling out of this one. So I don't know if a store like this is just, you know, only operating on reduced hours, because there's still lots of merchandise and stuff in here, even though it's not open. I really like all these kites hanging from the ceiling. That's really pretty. And even though the mall plants are kind of sad, at least they have lights on them. Somehow I find that really hard to believe. So this here was a Verizon dealer. And it's full of like flea market stuff. It's got like sunglasses and toys and stuff on that table. Maybe they do like a flea market on the weekends here. And so this space leads to the Target. Seems like it's a busy Target. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't just like shut down the mall itself and just left the Target open. There's really not much of anything open in the mall. Okay, so this was a men's shaving store. Maybe this was like a salon or something they had set up in here. Looks like a real random assortment of stuff here. And we have that cheesy waterfall picture in the back. But it's pretty cool nonetheless. So we have a Chamber of Commerce office here in this dead mall. That's not a good look if your Chamber of Commerce is in a mall like this one. So this was this Babbage's or EB Games that has these sort of little box displays in the front? I see these all over. I want to say it was either like Software Etc. or EB Games or Babbage's, one of those. Please let me know in the comments. So in this wing, there is nothing open except for the Party City on the end, and that's because that opens to the front. And they have all this stuff set up here. I guess for a public library? Oh, okay. And this was obviously an old Finish Line, but they got this set up so I can't see in. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, look over here. They have these sticker machines. I always love looking at stuff like this. Let's take a walk over here and look at these. Junk food duty stickers. Oh gosh. We have fallen far as a society. And what's over here? Grinny pig. That's pretty funny. So this store has some interesting ornate mirrors and things in here. Look at all that gold trim. Kind of a tacky look. I don't know what this was. Interesting though. So this was a dollar store. Obviously not open anymore. But look at the sort of rounded glass they have on this. That's a very old school looking mall store right here. Can't see past it because they have these black tarps up, unfortunately. But it's cool. Ladies and gentlemen, GNC has left the mall. You know when the GNC's gone? Not much time left. And so here we are approaching the closed Macy's anchor space. And even on the inside it has that cool rounded arch. I really like that. So here we have a large store that I guess they were doing a blood drive in. Can we see anything? Yeah, you can still see the old dressing rooms. Pretty cool marble tile on the wall here. And this black marble here, which is a very old school design choice. I really like that. And we have these cases here, which are pretty much empty. But this is cool. Alright, let's see what's down this hallway. I'm guessing more closed stores. So here's some kind of therapy office. No, I lied. It's a GameStop and it is open. That's incredible. Let's go explore the outside of this mall because it looks like there's some pretty interesting things to see. I heard that the city of Enfield actually had to step in and demolish part of the Macy's here because it was deemed unsafe and a hazard, and they actually put a lien against the mall because of that. So maybe we'll be able to take a look at some of that. So here we have the entranceway to the former Macy's with this distinctive archway. And as we enter it, there's trees inside it that is really awesome looking. That's just a beautiful style, having them like this. And let's take a look in the window. I think we can see quite a bit through here. Oh yeah, all kinds of fixtures, mirrored columns. It looks like somebody vacuumed in there. So I mentioned that this spot with the archways was a Macy's. There are actually two anchor spaces occupied by Macy's. One was just like the traditional Macy's with a clothing line. I think the other one was like a men's department and furniture, something like that. They basically divided a Macy's between two different spots. Might be hard to see, but do you see that cool blue and yellow tile? That's really neat. Oh, I would love to go in there. That would be amazing. One of these days, I'm going to get into an abandoned anchor. One of these days. Let's see if we can see anything in here. Interesting. Looks like they had some landscaping done here, and we have all these refuse bags piled up. I just can't get over these archways. I've never seen them on a mall, this unique architectural style. It's really cool, really beautiful. Okay, so this space was most recently a Macy's, but if you look here, you can see the label scar for Filene's, which was a regional department store chain which was purchased by Macy's. You can really see that well. Oh, that is really awesome right there. And let's see if we can see anything in the window. Sounds like people drag racing out there. I like the way they have these little light fixtures sort of like recessed into the building here. Kind of a cool brutalist architecture feature. Looks like something you'd see in like a 70s sci-fi movie. Really cool looking building out here. And so this is the former Sears. And it's got a very unique architectural style. You can see the slanted ceilings from the outside. Look at that. So thank you for joining me on this trip to Enfield Square. This one has been on my dead mall bucket list for quite some time now, and I'm really happy I was able to finally come here. It's in the northern part of Connecticut, which is a little bit far from me, being in New Jersey. I thought this was a really cool mall to see. Just very unique looking, very old school with the tile, slanted ceilings, all that stuff. Totally dead. I would be very shocked to see if this mall is around much longer. The only thing really keeping it open is the fact that there's a Target attached to it. So I would imagine eventually they would close off the enclosed portion and that would be it for the mall. But I'm glad I got to see it, and I'm glad I got to take you with me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.